There were 3 million paving blocks in 1911. Today, only a yard of brick remains. The 2.5-mile path is surrounded by steel and concrete, silent sentries to the history made here. It is a legacy of speed. Between these walls, the risks are great. Emotions come from both ends of the spectrum. The Indianapolis 500-mile race is quite simply a spectacle, a celebration of technology and humanity. Today, it celebrates the Diamond Anniversary running. It was no different when the track was first planned. The first 500 was the spectacle of its day. The giant track beckoned the best of the age, and 80,000 fans, many arriving by horse and buggy. Ray Haroon won the first challenge. Since then, the lineage has raced on. Men who share a special look, the brotherhood of the best. Down the years, they have sought a common goal, victory in the Indianapolis 500. In 1925, Pete DiPaolo averaged 100 miles an hour. Today, 220 is the standard. In the 30s, the cars led the technology, cast iron and shaped sheet metal. Today, titanium and carbon fiber define the ultimate racing machine. Space-age electronics now help tame the raging horsepower. Danger has always been a passenger. Like the track and the speed, it is a constant, ever present. It too is a part of the lure. Without that risk, the men are just ordinary. In a flash, a skilled drive transforms to disaster. But man can and does survive the machine. This spring has proven no exception. The fates strike at random. Rick Mears, one of the best. Mark Disbour, one of the rookies. Or veteran Randy Lewis. Each spent his moment over the edge. But man triumphs, as did Rick, a day later, in a new car to take the pole at over 224 miles an hour. Now the heroes of this age wait. They weigh the odds, consider the risks, and they pray the dream today will be theirs. As much changes over 75 races, much stays the same. Skilled hands still lovingly caress and coax the ultimate performance. 34 years ago, A.J. Foyt was an apprentice. Today, he is a master, starting in the center of the front row. In '61, Tony Bentonhausen died chasing a victory. Today, his son may fulfill his father's dream. 26 years ago, the rookie stripes came off for Mario. Today, there are 4 Andrettis. Now the 500's first African-American and first Japanese will join the line. Jules Gu drank 6 bottles of champagne on his road to victory. Today, it's a frosty bottle of milk that awaits the eventual winner. That, and so much more. The Yard of Bricks have witnessed the high-speed passage of history. In just a few hours, 500 miles from now, a 75th story will have been written. A new likeness will be added to a timeless silver cup, and a new name will sit atop the lineage of the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indianapolis 500.
Hello everyone, this is Blue Thunder Fan Racing, and yes, it's time for the most prestigious event in racing, the Indianapolis 500, the second annual Indy 500 for the INORL Sony IndyCar series. This is a huge event, and one driver today is going to be writing their name in the history books as a legend who has won the Indianapolis 500. Last season, it was Jasmine Acosta who qualified on the pole and would eventually fight her way to the win at Indy, beating out rookie Connor Atwood, who was making his first ever start, and he had started second as well. Both those drivers are present today, but it's definitely going to be time. It's going to be time for some big stuff. But before we get to the starting grid, let's first talk about points, because the championship battle is very interesting right now. Ryan Acosta leads the point standings right now by 1 point over Amy Shelley, who really came out of nowhere in the points. I was not really expecting her to be second in points right now, but in order to take the points lead, all Amy Shelley has to do is finish 1 spot higher than Ryan Acosta, as the gap is only 1 point. But now, without further ado, it's time for time for the starting lineup for the Indianapolis 500. We're gonna start from the back, heading up to the front. Starting back in 42nd place, it is Chris Washer, making his 5th start, I believe, in the number 18 for Dale Coyne Racing. And on his outside, on his inside, it is going to be Hayden Klein, in number 68. Row number 20, we'll have Colin Bartel, who is probably going to be making his last start of the season here today. And then with him, it is Luke Walker. At row 19, we have Sam Young, a championship contender, and Chris Thornton, a Daytona winner. In row 18, we have Richard Johnson, who's had a better season than season 1, but still not a great one. And then Tyler Young. Row number 17 has Skyla Johnson, who has not had an amazing season, and Henry Sanford, who is 3rd in the standings. So he's got a lot of work to do. Row number 16 has Alex DeMarco, teammate to points leader Ryan Acosta, and Drake Bradley in the 76. In row 15, we have Megan Atkins, number 23, the Portland winner, and also Sean Angel, the Canadian, in the number 3. In row number 14, we have Connor Atwood, the man who finished 2nd here last season, and next to him, it is Will Lewis, the Englishman, driving for Honda Racing Enterprises. In the 13th row, we have Tony Blazer, who has managed to be top 10 points all season in that Honda. And then next to him is May Shelley, who is the Budweiser Retro Series points leader. Row number 12 has 2nd in points Amy Shelley, and Alonso Fabbia of Italy, making his 2nd career start. He ran this race last season, debuting the Ferrari chassis. In row number 11, we have Zachary Robinson, who's won a race before in this series, and Gene Sanford, number 5 for KV Racing Technology. In row number 10, round at the top 20, it is James Silverfox, and then next to him, it is Andrea Eriksson. This is the car that won the Indianapolis 500 last season. This was Jasmine Acosta's car from last season. Very strange that it hasn't won a race yet this season. In fact, the 10 team has been miserable all season long. Hopefully Andrea Eriksson can turn it around here today, but she's had a lot of bad luck to start off her career, but maybe she can do well today. Indy has always brought change in a season. Row number 9, we have Kyle Sinoski, who has had a miserable season, and the defending champion of the Indianapolis 500, Jasmine Acosta, in the number 11 for Andretti Autosport. In row number 8, we have James Shelley in the number 24, and next to him it is Inman J, top 20 in points, looking to pick it up. In row number 7, we have Noah Hart, and next to him it is Tristan Wilhoit, driving for Ganassi. In row number 6, it is Brian James, number 67, and Alyssa Kirby, driving the Ferrari. As mentioned earlier with Alonso Fabbia, this is the track that the Ferrari made the debut at. This was the track that the Ferrari chassis made its debut at, so it's probably going to be pretty fast here. In row number 5, start getting up into the top 10 here, we have Stino Simonetta of Japan, now driving the 26 Venom energy drink car for Andretti Autosport. He's making his 2nd career start, and next to him it is Steve Stevenson, a surprise qualifier, starting 9th. In row number 4, we have Pichu London, he's done decently this season, and then next to him is Ryan Acosta, the points leader, qualifying pretty well for this race. In row number 3, we have James Qualls, a rookie who finished really well in his debut back at Russia, and next to him it is Charles Sanford, who's not had a good season, but that's a well-known car. I bet Sanford can pick it. I bet Sanford can improve, because that car is very successful. Row number 2 has Jeffrey Finguy at number 34. Never won an IndyCar Series event. And then on his inside is Dylan Young in car number 81, who lost that second place starting spot at the last second in the Indy Showdown. And then on the front row we have Leia Walker at number 93, who swept that spot away. Surprise qualifier for Walker. The Panaz rolls off second, and then winning the Nuka-Cola Pole Award, it is Taylor Acosta in the number 20 for Panther Racing. She is looking to move up in the standings. She is 4th in the points, and was the points leader earlier this season. Well, let's get those engines fired up. It is time for the Indianapolis 500. When that timer at the bottom of your screen hits 5 minutes, the engines will fire. Command will be given. "42 drivers. One of them is going to have their name written in the books of history among they'll be listed among legends. The defending champion of this race is among us, Jasmine Acosta. But the defending series champion, Joseph Clark, is not. But Taylor Acosta and Leia Walker will lead us down to the green. A Dallara and a Panaz. Pace car is in. And we're getting ready for the second annual Indianapolis 500. We're green. We're rocking Indy. Season 2 Indianapolis 500 is green. Coming down the backstretch right away, Taylor Acosta is looking good. Dylan Young moves into second, but not long. Here comes Sanford. Charles Sanford going for second. And he's got the points leader right behind him. Ryan Acosta looking to make some moves. Sanford goes for the lead. Who's going to lead the first lap? Coming off of turn number 4. Looks like Sanford's got a good run. It's going to be Charles Sanford leading the first lap here at Indy. But not for long. Here comes Ryan Acosta. And he's got the surprise qualifier Steve Stevenson behind him making his debut for KVM Racing. From what we heard, this was just going to be a one-off drive, but seeing how well he qualified for this race, he was not expected to do well for this race, but seeing how well he qualified, I'm guessing that they may actually bring him back for future races. But he's got the Ferrari behind him. The Ferrari made its debut here last season, but that was with the Italian Alonso Fabbia, who is in the field in the number 77. But that is Alyssa Kirby in the Ferrari. She is going to be looking for that top spot. Who's going to lead at the stripe? Ryan Acosta gets some very important 5 bonus points. That will increase the points gap to 6 points for Amy Shelley. Oh, got free wide! Free wide doesn't work well at Indy, and Acosta is in it! Acosta's stuck free wide. This is not good for the points leader. Alyssa is going to take the lead in the Ferrari, but Ryan Acosta's in a very bad situation. Oh crap! Oh, there we go! There we go! They're all over the place! Jasmine Acosta just got spun around. There's Ryan! He's got damage! The points leader has damage. James Shelley made a frick, but Tristan Wilhoit will lead the field. Oh, there are a lot of cars all over the place. Oh, Steve Stevenson! Terminal damage on the 78. Heartbreak for that team. They did really well. Oh, Andrea Erickson! She was really looking forward to this race, but it looks like the Ganassi number 10 team won't be having nearly as good of a race, nearly as good of an Indy 500 as they did last season. Tyler Young, Yaverick, other KBM cars, Stino Simonetta, the Japanese driver, Jeffrey Finguy, the pole sitter, Taylor Acosta, Bradley, Chris Washer may have been involved. There's Robinson, Sean Angel. Were they involved? I'm not sure. Leia Walker might have some damage. I'm not sure. I saw Jasmine Acosta go around. The defending champion of the Indy 500. This is not what she needed. She's got some pretty hefty damage on the left side of her car. So is Kyle Sinoski, and that's one of the Sarah Fisher cars. It's Brian James. Hefty damage there. And James Silverfox also appears to have some damage. Before I take a look at what happened, while they take pit stops, we're going to be taking a look at what happened here. First caution is out. Whole field is coming down for pit stops. Here's a look at what happened to bring out the first caution of the day. Free wide is a bad idea at Indianapolis. This is really only a one-groove racetrack. So free wide, it really doesn't work. It's pretty tight at these kinds of speeds. You're going to see that if we're going free wide, Jasmine Acosta is going to get into Charles Sanford. They're going to... James Shelley gets collected. Let's change the camera here. Alyssa Kirby in the Ferrari. There's Ryan Acosta, and he's going to run into Andrea Eriksson. That's where Acosta gets his damage. And then Jasmine Acosta, the defending Indy 500 champion, gets clipped. That damage might affect her for the rest of the race. That's not good for Jasmine. But then, you see that opening in the wall right there. That's where the safety barrier starts. Sanford's going to hit that, and he gets stuck on that. And look at him fly in the air. He sends Taylor Acosta barreling over. Andrea Eriksson slams into Brian James. Sanford's on his side. Taylor Acosta's barrel rolling. And we're going to see here. There, Eriksson gets a car on top of her for a moment. That may have been what did it in for her car, but I don't know. I think some people may have come flying into this. No, that's it. But big crash. There's Finguy. Finguy got the 37 car on top of him, and that did something to the engine, and he dropped out of the race. We're gonna take some on boards here with Charles Sanford. We're also going to look at where's the car? Oh yeah, Taylor Acosta. Sorry about that little brain fart there. Taylor Acosta. We're gonna go on board of her. She really didn't need this. 4th in the standings. Yeah, we're gonna take a lot of on boards here. Jasmine Acosta. Sees it transpire in front of her. In front of her very eyes. Andrea Eriksson. Hardly even knows what happened. And finally, how about someone deep in the field? How about, let's go on board with second in points, Amy Shelley. Oh wow, nice miss by Amy Shelley! That's a clean car. All she has to do is finish one spot better than Ryan Acosta. And Acosta's damaged, but Amy Shelley's car is completely clean. Because that was a fantastic miss by Shelley. Great job. Well, let's get back to green flag racing. I think the championship battle may have just heated up. We're going back to green flag racing on lap number 8 of 30. Drivers out of race result at last instant are Steve Stevenson, Stino Simonetta, Jeffrey Finguy, Taylor Costa, not good for her in the points, Charles Sanford, Andrea Eriksson, and Sam Young, another championship contender. After pit stops, Tristan Wilhoit is the leader, second is James Shelley, third is now Connor Atwood, who finished second in this race last season, fourth is Alonso Fabbia of Italy, 5th, Richard Johnson, 6th is Inman J, 7th, Amy Shelley, 8th, Tony Blazer, 9th, Colin Bartel, and 10th is Luke Walker, 11th is Gene Sanford, 12th is Noah Hart, 13th is James Qualls, 14th is Pichu London, 15th is Megan Atkins, 16th is May Shelley, 17th is Ryan Acosta, 18th Chris Thornton, 19th Alex DeMarco, 20th is Henry Sanford, 11th is Chris Washer, 22nd Will Lewis, 23rd Dylan Young, 24th Sean Angel, 25th Drake Bradley, and then Robinson, Johnson, Tyler Young, James Silverfox, and Kyle Sinoski round out the top 30. Tristan Wilhoit, there's gotta be something leading here at the World Center of Racing, Indianapolis. It's quite something, I can tell you that. Well, green flag's back out, and Will Hoyt got a pretty good jump on the rest of the field. And his teammate, Connor Atwood, is on the move for second. These two are looking to try and avenge their fallen teammate, Andrea Eriksson. These two want to make sure that it's still Ganassi going to victory lane. Connor Atwood finished second in this race last season, as I've mentioned several times. He would love to move up one more spot. And here he goes for the lead. It's great to see Atwood as a full-time driver now. Hasn't had the greatest results, but he is looking real nice. He's looking to do really well here today. And as he comes off of turn number 4, he will lead this lap. But not before Richard Johnson gets underneath him. Johnson has never done well in this series. He's always struggled. Except for save for the occasional top 10. This season has been much better than his previous season, and the driver who's been running the 036, which is his car from last season, Will Lewis, has been absolutely miserable. Will Lewis has had an absolutely awful season, but Lewis is in 20th, so pretty solid run so far for Will Lewis. That is one of the Hondas. It's worth mentioning that Stino Simonetta, the driver of the 26 today, he drove the 55 here last season, giving Super Aguri Racing their debut. That is, of course, Tony Blazer's team, and they ran this exact same car, which is a Honda chassis. AJ Foyt Racing had run a second car for Ray Krager. Of course, Ray Krager is in the Truck Series now. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about, oh, the contact between James Shelley. Oh, no, Shelley. Oh, look out. They're going forward. They're going free wide. Shelley and Johnson made contact. Oh, I've seen this situation before, and it always plays out of a wreck on the front stretch. Oh, don't wreck it. Oh, no. They wrecked it. Oh, look out. Oh, they wrecked it, and there they go, in a wall. Two of the KV cars wiped out in that incident. May Shelley was taken to the wall, and so was Richard Johnson, so two of the KV cars wiped out. Amy Shelley is going. Well, look at this. Amy Shelley leads us back to the caution flag. Amy Shelley looking poised to take over the points lead. Where's Ryan Acosta? 12th. So as of right now, Amy Shelley is your points leader. Wow, while we go and see what happens, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Amy Shelley is your race leader and your live points leader. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Thanks, pal. Incoming holocom from Apogee, Tallinn. Vendra Prague isn't like the other criminals we faced. She's cold and empty in a way I've never seen.
I've got everything under control, Tal. Don't sweat it.
What's happening?
It's her! I knew this was a bad idea!
Power fluctuation detected. Power fluctuation detected.
Did somebody say something about a savior?
Oh, hello there!
Mr. Zircon is here to kill. Dimensionator, find the nethers!
Welcome, all of you.
Look at it go! Face unnatural!
Kill them.
Mr. Zircon's son is growing up so quickly.
Little Zircon needs something to shoot. PlayStation.
Welcome back. We've got replays of what happened to trigger the second caution of the day. Free wide never works coming down the front stretch at Indianapolis. Richard Johnson, James Shelley, and Luke Walker are all about to find it out, as Shelley is going to get into the aid of Johnson. Walker gets sent down the racetrack, and he's going to hit the inside wall, but that's not the heart of this incident. Johnson's going to slide back up the track, take Shelley with them, and a lot of the field, and as you see, Pichu London gets sent in the catch fence. And he gets stuck in there. So Pichu London probably going to be out of the race, but 2 of the KV cars are wiped out. And further up the track, May Shelley was turned by Megan Atkins in the Draven Rainbow car. So it wasn't the same incident, it was the same caution. But yes, 2 KV cars wiped out. But I think I just saw Ryan Acosta go flying through the field at a record pace. How about that? Wow! Awesome driving from Acosta. This is why he's one of the best drivers in the series. Let you go on board. That is some fantastic driving from Acosta. Flips by the wreck, threads the needle and moves up from 26th to 12th. Absolutely fantastic driving from Ryan Acosta. Let's get back to the green. We're going back to green on lap number 16 of 30. We'll have 15 laps to go. Drivers out of race as all of that last incident are Richard Johnson, Pichu London, Megan Atkins, May Shelley, and Hayden Klein. Amy Shelley is the leader right now. Second is Noah Hart. Third is Tristan Wilhoit. Fourth is Alonso Fabia. Fifth is Connor Atwood. 6th, James Qualls. 7th, Chris Dollerton. 8th, Tyler Young. 9th, Will Lewis. And 10th is Skyla Johnson. 11th is Sean Angel. 12th is Ryan Acosta. 13th, Drake Bradley. 14th, Alex DeMarco. 15th, Chris Washer, who started dead last. 16th, Tony Blazer. 17th, Dylan Young. 18th, Zachary Robinson. 19th is Ferdinand Points Henry Sanford. And Kyle Sinoski rounds out the top 20. I was thinking this race was probably going to shake up the point standings, and it looks like it just might. There's 30 cars left on the racetrack. All of them are on the lead lap. Some damaged cars, of course. The defending Indy 500 champ, Jasmine Acosta, is back in 24th. That damage is affecting her car. I don't think Acosta is going to win it again, but she does have the honor of being the winner of the 2nd annual Firestone 500 at Texas earlier this season. Green flag is back out. Noah Hart is trying to return that number 12 Penske team to its former glory. Last season, Brandon Vane drove that car to 4 victories, tying Jasmine Acosta for the most of the season. That's another team that's been trying to go return to their former glory, the number 10 Ganassi team, but it hasn't been going well, especially not today, as Ericsson, of course, is out of the race in 41st. And really, the 37 team is another one of those teams, and 37 Andretti Autosport team, and well, they're out in 40th. Well, really a lot of big-name teams, of course. Also, Connor Atwood trying to return the number 3 team to their former glory, along with the number 3 Penske team. So a lot of successful teams from last season and struggling this season, and these drivers are trying to return those teams to their former glory. Fabia led that last lap, the Italian, but Atwood's going to move back in the lead, but not before he gets a rear view full of James Qualls. And James Qualls is looking to take the lead. Ryan Acosta trying to catch up. Oh wait, that's Alex DeMarco. Where's Acosta? There he is. Acosta's got a damaged race car. He's running in 16th place. He's having an okay points day, but it's not enough to hold the points lead. And he's got a championship rival right behind him, that being Ferdinand Points Henry Sanford. Oh, wreck! Caution's back out. Oh, big wreck! Oh God! Oh! Ryan Acosta's got involved in a huge wreck. Oh my God! Oh my God! Huge crash. That completely caught me off guard. Qualls is leading. And Johnson now dives under. Looks like Skyla Johnson is going to lead us back to the yellow flag. Oh, we're getting word that the officials are thinking about throwing out the red flag for this incident. I caught... that was a huge crash. That was an absolutely massive crash. Johnson's the leader. Let's take a look at what happened here to bring out our third caution of the day. We may be looking at a red flag. Well, here's a look at what happened to bring out the caution. We didn't catch this because we were looking behind, but Tyler Young goes free wide for the lead of Chris Dallerton and James Qualls coming down the front stretch, or at least tries to force it free wide, and that's not going to work. Qualls, but Dallerton panics, slides up into James Qualls, and they're going to rub each other for a bit before they completely get together, and Dallerton goes around. There goes Tyler Young. Atwood gets a piece. Oh, Alonso Fabia. He hit the pit. He hit that wall. This is all. And then Dallerton, there he sees the 77. Hard hit for Ryan Acosta up there. We're going to go and take a look at... We need to take a look at what happened to Alonso Fabia, the Italian. Oh, hits that wall. And then gets shot into the air. Oh, Ryan Acosta. Oh my god, that is a huge crash for Ryan Acosta. I seriously hope he's okay, but I really don't know. That was just, wow. Oh my god. Oh god. There you see it. Acosta comes in and Fabia runs. Oh god. That is just, no. That is really... Sanoski runs here, then someone's gonna hammer the two. That's Robinson, sends a car flying, then somebody else runs into him, and that's going to be one of the Sarah Fisher cars. Not sure who that is. It's Luke Walker. But Costa comes to a stop. Just, oh god. There is some. This is not good. Ryan Acosta. I really hope he's okay, but he's been airlifted to a local hospital. No word on his medical condition. Well, we're going to get back to live, and we have gotten word. Well, red flag. We have a red flag out. The cars have just stopped on the backstretch. Skyla Johnson's the leader, but this is a serious crash. The cars aren't even positioned. They've just ignored the stop. Skyla Johnson's the leader. No word on Ryan Acosta's medical condition. He has been airlifted to a local hospital here in Indianapolis, here around in the Indianapolis area. No word on Ryan Acosta's medical condition. Alonso Fabia has also Alonso Fabia was taken to the infield care center where he checked out. Alonso Fabia is alright, but we're concerned about the condition of Ryan Acosta.
この牛乳好きめ集中力がアップすんだよ集中力可愛くね集中力 授業続けませんか？飲まなきゃ。
牛乳に相談だ。
Well, we're back. The red flag was just lifted, and drivers have come in for pit stops on lap 19. We are very concerned about the condition of Ryan Acosta, but it's really not worth thinking about right now. Right now, we need to think about who's going to be winning this race. Just try to keep that incident off your mind, but all I can say is think happy thoughts. That was a horrifying crash, very violent. James Silverfox has won the race off pit road. Acosta's car is actually still in the pit lane, but he's not in that car, of course. While James Silverfox is going to be the leader, let's get back. We'll take another commercial break, and then we'll be right back for the restart with where we'll have less than 10 laps to go. We'll be back for the finish here at Indy.
Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
What is it?
Exactly what I feared. This is what Cinder has done. There are times when all of us need to stand up to danger.
Sparks, look out!
I can't, Ignitus. I just learned what I am.
You can, Spyro. You can. You are a purple dragon, a very special creature. But right now, you must fight. It's time to unleash the true dragon within.
Hey everyone, we're back, and we are getting ready to go racing again. On lap number 23, we will have 8 laps to go. Just take a look at the leaderboard. These are all the drivers out of the race. And there you go. After pit stops, as mentioned before, James Silverfox is the leader. Second is Colin Bartel in what will probably be his final start. Third is Skyla Johnson. Fourth is Amy Shelley, who will probably be your new points leader. Fifth is Tyler Young. Sixth is Tristan Wilhoit. Seventh is Sean Angel. Eighth is Henry Sanford. Ninth is Chris Washer, who started dead last. Then Noah Hart rounds out the top 10. All 3 Penske cars are in the top 10. 11th is James Qualls. 12th is Drake Bradley. 13th is Will Lewis. 14th is Alex DeMarco. 15th is Jasmine Acosta. 16th is Connor Atwood. 17th is James Shelley. 18th is Brian James. 19th is Inman J. 20th is Dylan Young. And then Leah Walker runs in 21st. She is the last car running. Literally half the field's been cut off. But God, that was a hard crash for Ryan Acosta. We are getting some reports from that local hospital. Ryan Acosta is alive, thank God. But they still said it's not good. They said Ryan Acosta's alive, but it's not good. It's not pretty. Hopefully he will be okay, but that really was a nasty incident. But we're gonna keep that off our minds. Green flag is back out. Colin Bartel is way off the pace, and Skylar Johnson's going to be trying to catch up to the 6. She is catching up really quickly, and here she goes, going for the lead. Huge train of cars behind her. James Silverfox never stood a chance. But here comes Amy Shelley going for a lead, with Tyler Young right behind her. And Tristan Wilhoit is going to be moving in the 3rd. Henry Sanford is going for the 5th spot with help from Chris Washer, who has been a real surprise package here today. Chris Washer, of course, started dead last, but here he is. He is working. He just passed Henry Sanford for 5th place. So absolutely fantastic drive by Chris Washer. Oh boy, a free wide. Won't these guys learn? Oh no! Please don't happen again! No, Wilhoit! Oh, Wilhoit just got turned hard into the wall! Oh man, right after that last incident, Tristan Wilhoit. When will these guys learn? They just saw what happened to Ryan Acosta, didn't they? Speaking of which, there's Ryan Acosta's teammate Alex DeMarco, who's working his way up to 9th, trying to avenge his fallen teammate. Acosta, defending winner of the race, is now up to 10th. But we're going to take a look at what happened here. Another incident just happened. Let's take a look. When will these guys learn? They're going free wide. Tyler Young gets into Tristan Wilhoit. And into the catch fence he goes. Gets in a catch fence. Flips. And he gets stuck in the catch fence. Oh, James, something happened to James Qualls. He bounced off of Tyler Young and got turned, got rammed by, that is James Silverfox. And he spins. Oh, hard hits. Bartel slammed into there, along with Brian James. So, we're gonna go on board of Tristan Wilhoit. Wild ride for Wilhoit. Let's get back to the green. We're getting ready for a green-white checkered here at Indy to decide who's going to be adding their name into the history books. James Silverfox, Brian James, James Qualls, Tristan Wilhoit, and Colin Bartel are all out of the race. Luckily, all drivers involved checked out the infield care center. Everyone's fine. Skylar Johnson is the leader. Second is Chris Washer, who started 42nd. Third is Noah Hart. Fourth is Amy Shelley. Fifth is Henry Sanford. Sixth is Sean Angel. 7th is Will Lewis, 8th Drake Bradley, 9th Alex DeMarco, and 10th is Jasmine Acosta, the defending winner of this race. 11th is Dylan Young, 12th is Inman J, 13th is Connor Atwood, the only driver left flying the banner for Ganassi. 14th is James Shelley, 15th is Leia Walker, and the last car running is Tyler Young in 16th place. So we're going to have 2 laps to decide who wins this race. Last season, of course, it was Jasmine Acosta beating out Connor Atwood. Of course, Jasmine Acosta's in 10th, Connor Atwood's in 13th. Both those cars have a little damage, so I wouldn't expect them to be in it. And to be in the battle for the win. I think it may come down to the top 9. Johnson, Washer, Hart, Shelley, Sanford, Angel, Lewis, Bradley, and DeMarco. We'll have to see what happens here. 2 laps to decide who wins this race, who gets their name added to the list of legends who have won here at the Brickyard, the World Center of Racing. Many have fallen in this race, as there's only 16 cars left, but boy, it's been a wild one. It's been quite the amazing race. pace car is in. Hopefully we can finish under the green. Green flag's out. Green, white, checkered. Green, white, checkered time here for the Indianapolis 500. Johnson leads, but right away, Noah Hart goes for second. He's gonna get underneath Washer, and he's gonna try and look on Skylar Johnson for a win. Amy Shelley is right behind him. Shelley is going to be the points leader, but she wants more. She wants the Indy 500. Who's going to look first? They look at the same time, Hart and Shelley. Noah Hart moves into the lead. Henry Sanford goes underneath for first spot. They're going free wide. Oh man. Oh boy. They're going free wide. Hope they don't wreck it. White flag is out in the air. Hart leads. They didn't wreck. Amy Shelley is looking underneath Noah Hart. Can Skylar Johnson pull out? Can Johnson pull out the victory? She's never won here in this series, but she's known for pulling out big victories. Here she comes with Chris Washer right behind her. Chris Washer started dead last. Could he take home the victory here today? He's got one shot to do it. He's got to do it in turn number 4. Johnson's taking the lead. Will Washer go for it? He will! On the final corner! Will he have the time to make the move? Who's going to have it? It's going to be Skylar Johnson! Skylar Johnson wins the Indianapolis 500! Skylar Johnson, she does it again! And now, she has won the most prestigious race in American racing! Skylar Johnson is the Season 2 Indianapolis 500 champion! Second is Chris Washer after starting 42nd, dead last. Third is Amy Shelley. Fourth is Will Lewis. Fifth, Noah Hart. Sixth, Drake Bradley. Seventh, Henry Sanford. Eighth, Sean Angel. Ninth, Alex DeMarco. And 10th is Dylan Young. Man, I overused my voice so much I feel like I'm about to puke. Wow, what a race. This may be one of the greatest races in INORL history. Congratulations to Skylar Johnson. She pulls it off again. Skylar Johnson has picked up her 4th career INORL victory and her long overdue 1st IndyCar Series win. Congratulations to her. What an Indianapolis 500. But it's time to go. Up next, we will be having the All-Star Race weekend. And, well, there's gonna be a lot of stuff to look forward to from this channel. Without further ado, here comes the results and standings. You've been watching a production of the INORL. Racing Uncontained. See you next time.